Hello and welcome. My name's Joe.
I'm Emily.
And thank you for joining us today for the stream as we attempt to travel through time and save history and the future.
Repair the space-time continuum?
That's right. Before we get started, please remember to give your ticket for this event through your event details page. There should be instructions on your event dashboard or from the email that Gen Con sent you. It just helps Gen Con know that you came to the event and you liked the event and that...
And us.
And us. So, as we said a little bit earlier, we alluded to, today we'll be attempting to repair the space-time continuum before time paradoxes unravel the fabric of the universe in Back to the Future, Dice Through Time! This game is designed by Ken Franklin, Chris Leader, and Kevin Rogers, and was published by Ravensburger. Hey! So, in this game, you are attempting to repair the space-time continuum. You're going to do that by going through time and resolving events before you run out of time. If the out-of-time tracker ever gets to the 12 space, we lose. We don't want that.
And you're out of time.
So, to do that, though, we're going to be using dice, as kind of the name of the game implies. So, each round is played in 6 phases. The first phase of each round is to draw and place event cards. We'll be drawing 3 per turn because we're playing with 2 players. It's more with more players. Then we're going to roll our dice. Then one person will perform all of their actions, and then it'll move to the next player's turn to resolve all their actions. Then we'll advance the out-of-time tracker or marker, this one. Then we'll add paradox tokens, which are right here, and then we'll pass the first player token. So the first player marker actually goes to the player who traveled through time the most, or whoever's the oldest, which is me. So I get to start with the first player marker. Everyone's going to take their player board, their matching dice, and their matching DeLorean. The DeLoreans are all going to start on the clock towers in their respective times. So I'm starting in 1985, where Emily is starting in 2015. And then there's biff standees that are in every year as well. These are standees. We do have them laying down just so they're a little bit easier for you to see on camera. But those will start on their respective biff start spots on the board as well. The last thing to note is that there are item cards in each year. There's 2 item cards because we are playing on the easiest mode of the game. We'll see if we can even beat that. But if at the most difficult mode, I think it's what are you, chicken?
Yeah.
You actually put 5 items in each year, so it gets difficult quick. To get the game started, though, we're just going to go ahead and and place the first event cards, and we'll start going over the stuff as we go. All right. So the first event here is Doc Saves Marty, and we'll just kind of go over the whole anatomy of these cards. So in the top left is the items that it takes to resolve, or the icons that it takes to resolve the events. So this one takes 1 wrench. The name of the event is right here in the middle. And then below that is what location it goes to and what year. So this is going to go to the clock tower under construction in 1885. And the colors all match. So like since this is 1885, it's got that brownish color on the bottom there, which is the entire year up here. So we're going to take that event, we're going to put it at the clock tower in that year. Oh, and this event has something else on it. So in the top right corner of the card, there is a chicken icon. Whenever that icon comes on an event, that means that Biff is going to move to that location, or Mad Dog Tannen. So he's actually going to move over to the clock tower, and he's going to be there to...
What's the matter if Biff's there?
Oh boy, what does it matter if Biff's there? Biff just is there to ruin our day.
Yes.
If Biff is ever at a location, he stops you from completing events. He stops you from returning the items to their rightful time. He's just all around bad news for us. So we'll tell you how to take care of him here, though, in a little while. Alright, the next event we have here is the Enchantment Under the Sea Dance. This one's going to go to the 1955 at the Hill Valley High School. And as you can see, this one actually takes 2 icons to resolve, a fist and an arrow. So that one's going to Hill Valley High School. Oh my gosh, and Biff's already there waiting for us. And the last event for this round is Biff Steals a DeLorean in 2015 at the Skyway. And this also has the Biff icon in it. So we are just getting quite a Biff-filled start, aren't we?
Off to a rough start.
So now we're actually all going to roll our dice. Alright, so on your turn you're going to use your dice now to perform different actions. Every icon on the die has a special action. We'll go over them as we encounter them. So what I rolled here is actually 2 arrows, a wrench, and a fist icon, like that. There's no events in my year. I kept 1985 nice and
Kept it
chill.
clean?
Yeah, kept it clean. Yeah, it's not getting heavy in 85. So I need to move to another year. To do that, you would need a flux capacitor icon, which I don't have. But what you can do with two matching icons is actually use Mr. Fusion to turn them into any other icon in the game that you need. Well, guess what I need? A flux capacitor. So these two arrows are going to be turned into a flux capacitor, which allows me to travel through time. When you travel through time, you can go to any location in that same column, or any year in that same location, essentially. So I can go to the clock tower in any of the years. So I could go 1885, 1955. Well, I'm already here, so 1985. Or I could come to 2015. 2015 might not be the greatest idea, though, because if two DeLoreans ever end up in the same location at the same time, you cause a time paradox. And when that happens, you have to increase the out-of-time tracker by 2. We don't want that. So I won't be going to 2015. Spoiler. I'm going to actually head back to 1885 to see if I can take on Mad Dog Tannen and complete this event.
Good idea.
All right. So the next icon I have is the fist. So that icon is what you need to move Biff. Get him out of your way, right? So I'm going to use the fist icon, and I can move Biff to any other location in that year. I mean, really, there's nowhere that is... If there was an event somewhere else, I wouldn't want to move him there. Otherwise, I'm just going to move him again. So right now, I'm just going to move him over to the schoolhouse and get him out of my way. The last icon... This actually worked out great. The last icon I rolled is a wrench. This... event needs a wrench to be completed, but normally the wrench's special ability is that it can be used as any icon when completing an event. You can't use it as like a flux capacitor to travel through time, but if, say, this event requires a lightning bolt, and you don't have the lightning bolt, that's fine. You have a wrench. That counts as any icon for events. But I need a wrench. It is a wrench, so I'm going to actually use that to complete the event. That's going to get discarded. And here is what happens when you complete an event. You get to draw an item from that year. So I get to draw our first item from 1885. That's important because we win the game when we have returned all 8 items to their correct time and location.
Right.
So let's see what I got here. It's the makeshift clock tower, the makeshift skateboard. So here is the makeshift skateboard. It needs to be returned to the clock tower in 1955. So I'm going to attempt to return that on a later turn. That's just going to go on my board right here at the bottom. So if I ever make it back here to 1950, well, when I make it back to 1955 at the clock tower, as long as there's no events no Biff, I'll be able to return the item.
Right.
But that's going to be it for my turn. So now we're going to pass it to Emily to take her turn.
I am going to head over to the Skyway. So generally, to move anywhere in my year, I would need the cool arrows.
Yes.
I don't have them. Spoiler alert.
Yes.
So I'm gonna kind of work with what I've got. I've got a fist, so I could move Beth.
Yep.
I've got these two to be that, but I don't have enough to get over there
Right.
yet. So I'm just going to do as much as I can do.
Okay.
I'm going to get rid of 2 of my flux capacitors using Mr. Fusion to turn into an arrow that gets me all the way over here to the Skyway.
Yep. So Emily turned her 2 flux capacitors into the arrow icon. That arrow icon allows you to travel to any location in your year.
Right.
So.
And then I'm going to use my Biff mover fist right there and move Biff. Again, it's kind of wherever. He doesn't have to come to 15 yet, so we'll just throw him at he can hang out at
Hilldale?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I have a Doc Brown. Doc Brown can remove paradox tokens, which we'll kind of get to later once we do that portion.
Yep.
So he can't do that for me yet.
Right.
And I don't have 2 of them. I can't Mr. Fusion them. So I'm going to let this thing ripple.
Okay.
Because I might use it next turn.
Yes. So that is one thing we haven't actually discussed yet either. You can ripple your die through time. So as Emily did, you can leave it on the board here. Well, let's give a better example of it. So say I left my die up here in the clock tower. That means that on anyone's turn, the rest of the round, they could come up and they could either use it in 1885 at the clock tower or any year below.
Right.
So if they were in the clock tower even in 2015, they could take this arrow and move it for its action, or to do an event or whatever.
Use it as Mr. Fusion.
Or combine it with
Use
another
it with
die.
Einstein token, which
Yeah.
we'll get into. Yeah, powerful.
So Emily's going to leave that die there, the Doc Brown. That means that someone on a later turn could come over and grab it and use it if they need, if they need a Doc Brown to complete an event at that location, or they need it for something else.
Yep.
It is Emily, and normally it's any year below, but since it's in 2015, it can only be used in 2015. It doesn't go backwards through time. You're leaving artifacts for the future.
Right.
So that's going to be the end of Emily's actions. So now we're going to move on to the advanced on a time marker phase.
Right.
So to do that, you look at every year, and you're going to see which year has the most locations covered by events. Not the most events, the most locations with events at them. So right now we have a tie between 1955 and 2015, both having one event at one location covered by events. So whenever you have a tie, you go with the earliest year in history. So 1955 came before 2015, so we're going to advance it for that year. It will advance 1 for each location that is covered, so the out-of-time tracker goes up by 1. The next thing you're going to do is add paradox tokens. Paradox tokens are these little clock tokens right there. And you're just going to add one to every location that had an event. Every location that you increased the paradox token for that has an event at it. So 1955 was the year we increased the out-of-time tracker for, so the Hill Valley High School is going to get a paradox token. Next thing we'll do is pass the first player marker, and we're going to go back to the top of the round and draw through and place 3 new event cards. And you do have to draw them in order because they can be affected. Yeah, there are some instant events. So.
Oh!
Did you get one?
Speak of the devil.
Oh boy. Alright, so we got an instant event. They look like this. They don't have icons at the top left. They just have like some text right here and the name. So this is struck by lightning. So we are flying our DeLorean in the thunderstorm, and each player now has to move to the next year down, keeping the same relative location. Note, players in 2015 moved to 1885. So we all got hit by lightning and we jumped through time. Emily unfortunately jumped from 2015 back to 1885. Hopefully she can send me some mail and I can find her in the future. But that's it for that event. That just gets discarded now because we used it.
This is Marty and Jennifer Take a Walk, which was at the clock tower in 1985.
Yep.
And my last one is Another Walk. Marty and Jennifer take another walk at the clock tower.
So now we have an event that has a location that has 2 events at it. To complete these events, you actually have to complete them all in the same turn. So now, as you can see, we'd actually need 3 different icons to complete that event. Oh, you know what we forgot to do? You could have retracted your die at the end of the turn if you wanted.
I was going to let it ripple.
Okay, good. So that's there now still. So you at the end of the round, you do have a choice to pull back any dice on the board you don't want to leave rippling, but Emily did leave it. So so these 2 events will actually take 3 different icons to complete. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult, and each location has 3 events that can stack up on it. So that makes it even more difficult. But that's it for the events. Now we're going to roll our dice. All right.
See, my thinking was I'll only need a Doc Brown. I can Mr. Fusion. I need a wrench, so I can do that. I need a lightning. I have lots of options.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you for the lightning. It kind of muddled my plan.
Yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens when you fly around in a thunderstorm.
Yes. So I don't even have 2 that I can reuse. So actually, even though it doesn't... Can I reclaim that?
No, not now. Only at the end of the turn, yep.
So it seems silly, but I'm actually going to use the lightning.
So that's another symbol we haven't used yet. Whoop, that's upside down. The lightning bolt. And that allows you to use that, and you can re-roll any of your remaining dice.
So I'm going to use this, and then I'm going to do my 2, because other ones just really aren't what I need right now.
Oh, okay. Well,
it'll get me down there. So I'm going to trade in my 2 Doc Browns, use the Mr. Fusion,
to turn them into a flux capacitor.
Yep, and I'm going to move back down to 2015.
Back to where you started.
Yep. And I'm...
That die is still there, so you could use the Doc Brown now.
I could have used it now, but it doesn't particularly help me, and I don't want to risk losing it again.
Well, it actually stays to the end of the until the end of the round. Yep.
Okay, so my turn's over then.
Alrighty, what do I need to do here? Well,
aren't you already there?
Oh my gosh, I am. You're right. Okay. So I have an item that needs to be returned to the clock tower in 1955. The lightning moved me there. Thank you so much.
Oh well.
So You can return an event as long as there's an item as long as there's no events and no biff at that location. We are clear, so I'm going to return this item to its rightful place and time. And when that happens, a couple things occur. So the first thing you get to do is reduce the out of time tracker. So we'll go ahead and do that.
Yes.
Yes. And then the next thing, our favorite thing in the game, is you get an Einstein token. So there's all these tokens up here. You're just going to draw one at random, and it's going to be an icon that anyone can use the rest of the game. So here's, Einstein is being a good boy at the top of the board, just waiting for you. And he brought us a wrench icon. So that wrench icon is usable by anyone the rest of the game. At any time on your turn. Yep. And it can be combined to make with Mr. Fusion. It can go on events, whatever. But once it's used, it does get discarded, so it is one-time use. So we need more Einstein tokens so he can help us.
We are good boys.
Let me think here. What do I want to do on my turn? I guess I should get over to the Hill Valley High there.
Get that paradox.
Oh, there is a paradox token.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Alrighty.
Maybe I should have used my Doc Brown.
Maybe you should have, yeah.
Too late now.
Too late now. Alright. So I think I'm going to use this lightning bolt to just move one. So that's something we haven't done yet either.
Right.
If at any time you need to move throughout your location, you can discard a die to just move one left or right. So I was at the clock tower, I discard a die, I can go to either the Brown Mansion or Lou's Cafe. I'm heading over here. I also have a flux capacitor I don't need to move or use, so I'm going to go ahead and move that again. Do I move Biff or do I get rid of the paradox token?
I mean, the paradox tokens add an extra, right?
They do, yeah.
So
they add extra time. Alright, so I'm going to use the Doc Brown die. And Doc Brown, you spend him to remove any 2 paradox tokens from the board. Anywhere on the board. Not in your year, not in your location. You can just do it from anywhere on the board. So I'm going to spend that Doc Brown token, and I'm going to discard this paradox token from the board. And I have 1 Doc Brown left. Does this event need him? No, I don't need a Doc Brown icon for next year, so I'm actually just going to pass on using it for now, and that way I'll re-roll it and hopefully be able to do something with it next turn.
Alright.
So now we can advance the out-of-time marker. So again, we're going to look at what year has the most locations. Again, it's 1955. Yeah, it's a 3-way tie, but 1955 is earliest, so we're going to advance it by 1 again.
But it's better than 2.
It is better than 2. If the paradox token was there, you would advance in an extra 1. So each paradox token in the year that you're advancing the out-of-time tracker for increases it by 1 more. So I did that. Now we're going to add paradox tokens back and pass the first player token. So we need 3 events, please.
1, 2, 3.
I think you can reconnect on your phone. So, okay, the first one is Great Scott! It says, after rolling this round, all players must re-roll all flux icon results. Oh, no! So we got a picture of Doc up there, but something happened with the flux capacitor, and we're going to have to re-roll any that come up this round. If you get them again the second time, though, you keep your second result, it says. The next event is a hoverboard chase at the Clock Tower Mall in 2015, so that's going to go here. And the last one is the McFly family has rehydrated pizza at Hilldale, and that's going to bring Biff over, but he's already there. So now we're all going to get to re-roll our dice.
Oh, I was going to take this back.
Oh, yes, yeah, that's fine.
You witnessed it.
I
did say I was
She
going
did
to take that
say,
back.
you're right. Okay. Now we have to re-roll any flux icons we rolled. I rolled 2.
Oh, I don't have any.
That's fine. Okay. Oh, good. Excellent. Okay, so we'll go ahead and discard that event now. We're past that. And it is going to be...
Your turn.
Oh, my turn.
Your
Excellent.
Turn.
So I have a fist icon. That's exactly what I need to get Biff out of the high school. Get out of here, Biff. Go back to the Peabody farm. I don't know why you're there, but go there. And then I need a fist and an arrow to complete this event. I have an arrow. Oh, good point, Emily. So I have an arrow, so I'm going to use the arrow, and then the wrench can be used as any icon to complete an event. Thank you, Einstein. You're such a good boy. So I'll use the wrench, I'll use my arrow, and I'll be able to complete this event. And when you complete an event at a location that has a paradox token, the paradox token actually gets discarded as well. So it's like a double win.
Yes.
And then I'll draw an item token, or an item card, and it is it's the You're Fired fax, which needs to go back to Hilldale in 2015. So I'll go ahead and put that at the bottom of my board so I know what I have to return still.
I gotta get busy in 2015.
Let me see here. I think I might ripple a wrench in time here just in case Emily can get over there and fix it. And I have a lightning bolt. I might as well leave that there for her too, just in case. So I'm going to ripple a couple dice. There's nothing else I can really do with those this turn, I feel like, but maybe Emily can put them in better use because 2015's a mess.
It is. Okay, well, while I'm here, the long-awaited DeLorean. Okay, I'm going to use my wrench as a lightning, get rid of that, and then I'm going to get an...
And since she completed an event, she gets an item card.
Which is the stove door, which goes to the saloon in 1885.
There you go. She's got to take that back to the past.
And even though there are 3 events, even if I solve them all, I can't even get all the items because...
That's right. So, another thing we haven't covered yet is at the bottom of your board you actually have a location to hold 2 items. That's because each person can only carry 2 items at a time.
Right.
That doesn't mean you can't resolve events. Even if you have 2 items, you can continue to resolve events throughout the game. You just don't get the reward of an item for it.
Which is kind of the point.
Yep.
So, actually, because of that...
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, well, I would only have to use one of these to get over. Oh, no. Or... I know. I gotta resolve one of them.
Yep.
I don't have enough for here.
Right.
And technically, I don't even really have enough for here, because I would still have to remove Biff.
Oh, no, yeah.
I know, even with your help.
Darn.
I know.
Darn Biff being in the way.
I know.
He's always ruining my day.
So I guess since you're there,
Yep.
and arguably you could get a flux next time and you could come down here, and you had to come down here anyway, right?
I do, yeah.
So I'm going to just come over here,
Okay.
even though I'm pretty sure I can't solve it. I cannot solve it.
Well.
But I'm still going to use that
The arrow?
to come over.
Okay.
And then I'm going to let this arrow ripple because it's half of what I need for next time.
Yep.
And...
There are no paradox tokens, so the Doc Brown isn't needed.
I know, and I'm going to want it to try and get what I want. So I'm actually just going to opt to not
Okay.
use it this turn.
Okay. All right, so now we're going to advance the out of time marker. So this time, 2015 actually has the most locations covered by events. There's 2 of them. Since there are 2 of them, you will increase the out of time tracker by 2 this turn. So it's 1 for every location that is covered. So now we're up to 3. Not doing too hot.
And we're going to add paradox.
And now, yep, we'll add paradox tokens to each location as well. So there we go, 1 at each.
Really got to clean up the mean streets of 2015.
Yeah, the mean streets of 2015 are getting messy. So then we pass the first player token. There you are. And I'm going to take back my lightning die, but I'm going to leave the wrench because if I can get down there, the wrench is needed. Yep,
right?
Exactly. Yep.
Okay.
It'll be rippled through time still.
So my first one is Old Man Peabody is visited by a spaceman.
Oh no!
At the Peabody farm. It's got a Biff, but Biff's already there.
It's like I knew. I saw the future coming. Huh?
And then Doc saves Marty at the clock tower in 1885.
Alrighty.
No Biff. And Marty and the Pinheads auditioned for the school dance at the Hill Valley High School in 1985.
Right there. All right. And then we're going to roll our dice. Oh boy. All right. Okay, I can work with this. That's good. All right, so now it's back to you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no!
It's still not quite what I needed.
Mm-mm.
Oh no. I could. Okay, so slight change of plans. I'm going to use this arrow. Actually, no. Whoop! I'm going to use this arrow
Yep.
to get over here.
Okay.
I'm going to use this fist to remove Biff. And do you have to go in 15 at all?
No, I can go to 85 instead.
Okay. So I'll put him over here this way.
Okay.
And then I was actually thinking, I could just use your tool.
Yep.
But I don't need to because now I have my own arrow because I let the other one ripple.
Yep.
And I'm going to solve that.
Okay, and the paradox token goes away as well.
Oh,
that goes up there.
Here. And get the last item of 2015.
Nice.
So, and it's Marty's letter, which goes to Lou's Cafe in 1955.
Nope, you gotta return it there.
It's mine.
I wish it was that easy.
Yeah. Okay, so then again, I'm left with one more.
Yep.
I might as well use it to remove that paradox.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good move. Yep, she has a Doc Brown token left, so.
It doesn't. I don't need to move one place, so I might as well use that, and then I'm done.
All right. So what I'm going to do on my turn is use 2 wrenched icons to turn into a flux capacitor. Go to 1985. My wrench is rippling through time, so I'm actually going to use that to complete this event and remove that from the board. And get an item from 1985, which is the Sports Almanac, which needs to go to Blast from the Past from 2015. You better get out of my way. I'm coming to the future. And then I have a Doc Brown icon left.
Where do you have to go?
Where do I need to go? I need to go to 2015 to Hilldale or to Blast from the Past. Yep.
You're already lined up. So
I am lined up. So I'm going to stay where I'm at. I'm just going to pass on that die this turn. So now we're just going to advance the out-of-time marker. Every year is actually tied with 1 location covered. So we are just going to increase it for 1885 by 1, and then add the paradox token to that location as well. And then move the first player token. 3 new events. First one, out of gas. All arrow icons only move you 1 space this round. Oh no. Alright. Doc introduces the DeLorean time machine to Marty at the mall in 1985.
I mean, maybe you need to stay in the 80s.
Oh no, the 80s are fine. Oh no, and then Doc introduces DeLorean to it again.
Oh my
and
goodness.
Biff moves there. So now he's spying on us.
Yikes.
Alrighty, so I have to go first, don't I? Oh boy. Alright, so I'll go on and roll our dice.
Hope you don't need any arrows. I had an. Oh my gosh! I swear I had an arrow.
Okay, so I got 2 Doc Browns, a flux capacitor. I'm all ready to go to the future here. And a fist. Okie dokie. So where's Blast from the Past? Way over here. And arrows only move you 1 this turn, so it's going to be hard to move back and forth. Unfortunately.
Can you still use Mr. Fusion, though, to become an arrow?
You can, yes, but it still only moves you 1 if it becomes an arrow. Yep.
There goes my loophole.
There goes your loophole. Let me see here. You have a bunch of lightning bolts. Where do you need to go? The 50s? So
85 or 55, both in this column. So I'm going to try and move over 1 by discarding and Mr. Fusion myself.
So what I'm going to do is discard the fist icon to move 1 here. Then I'm going to ripple a flux capacitor there. Ooh. Then I'm going to discard a Doc Brown to get over here. And then I'm going to use this last Doc Brown, I guess, to remove well, no, I need to go to Blast from Past. So I'm going to discard 1 more and move over. So that way I'm ready for next round to get down here, hopefully, and take care of that. So I guess I could have saved my flux capacitor into this turn, but that's fine. We don't need to. We'll have plenty of time to return these items, right?
Yeah, no rush. Okay. Well then. I got lots of. Now I feel like I should maybe contribute versus dropping off my items, but
no, that's fine.
That's the name of the game, right?
Yeah.
So I can't foresee me needing the fist by any means. So So I'm going to discard that to move over 1.
Okay.
I'm going to use your flux capacitor, so you can have that back.
Thanks.
Much appreciated, to shoot me up to. Well, I'm going to.
Lou's Cafe is where you need to go in the 50s, right?
I just realized that maybe I could have went over and solved that.
Oh.
Well, that's too late.
No, it's fine.
Can't turn back time.
Yeah, you can't turn.
Can you turn back time?
You'd have to ask the doc. I'm Marty in this adventure.
So, I'm going to go to Lou's Cafe. I'm going to return Marty's letter.
Cool.
Come on, Einstein.
Oh, yeah.
Give me
Don't forget, reduce the out-of-time tracker, too.
That's important, but I really like Einstein, and he's very helpful. Hey!
A flux capacitor.
So, actually, if I could do flux capacitor up, I could drop off my thing, I could use this to move over, and I could... Boom! I'm going to do that.
Okay.
I'm going to use Einstein right now.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep, they come and they go.
Flux capacitor. Oh.
Well, no, I meant his help.
Okay.
His help.
Okay, so I'm up at the saloon. There's no biff. There's no events. I'm returning this item.
Boom, the
Get
stove
another
door.
Einstein.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, Doc Brown. All right.
Boom.
Did you
All
reduce
right.
the out of time tracker?
Oh, not again.
Oh my
okay.
gosh.
I know. That's the most important part, right? Then I'm going to, well, actually, thank you, out of guess. I'm just going to use my arrow. I'm not even going to discard it to move one.
Okay.
Boop. And then Mr. Fusion for my 2 lightning bolts into a fist. Boom. Solved. Paradox by. And my last item for 1885, which is Power Laces, which have to go to the Skyway in 2015.
Right.
So.
Right. Okay. So that's the end of the action phase. So we're going to advance the out of time marker. This time is going to be for 1985, so it's going to increase 2 because there's 2 locations covered by events. And then we're going to put paradox tokens at both those as well. Oh boy, oh boy. And then...
Oh, this is done.
Yep, that event goes away. There's no dice if we want to pull back. So we'll move the first player token and then reveal 3 new events.
Number 1. The McFly family has rehydrated pizza.
Oh boy.
I like that rehydrated pizza.
They sure do, yeah.
Doc invents the flux capacitor.
Cool.
We've been using that quite a bit, so thank you. That is it from it.
And that has Biff icon on it,
That
so
does
he's
have
going to go check that out.
And, oh, another instant action. Whoa, this is heavy.
Whoa.
Players may not use Mr. Fusion this round.
Oh no!
My heart is broken.
Yeah, that is heavy.
He just invented it.
Oh man.
Well, so let's roll.
Alright.
Oh, that one. That's...
Okay, I'm okay. I got a flux capacitor,
I
so...
don't even have 2 of the same thing, so I guess that doesn't...
Yeah, it doesn't affect you.
Not so bad.
Alright, so you can take your actions.
Yes. Are you going to hang out in the 80s or 50s? Where are you going here?
I need to go to 2015 to turn in these items, I think.
Well...
Because I can't complete any of these events anyways.
I could...
Unless you can leave me a bunch for that one, I guess.
Oh,
but
no! I was just going to say, well, I could Mr. Fusion, but I...
No Mr. Fusions allowed.
know, and I don't have a fist. Darn. What if I come down here? Do I have a lightning bolt and
Yeah.
a tool?
And you need a Doc Brown.
And a
That's
Doc
exactly
Brown.
what you need.
Ah!
Wow.
All right. Oh, we're getting dangerously close to each other. I'm going to need you to stay in your lane, though.
You want me to stay
All
at
right.
Doc's lab, huh?
So, I'm going to use the flux capacitor. I'm going to come down to 1985. And then I have a tool that works as a lightning bolt that works as a lightning bolt, and a Doc Brown that works as a Doc Brown, therefore solving both of those.
Yep.
Getting rid of the paradox.
Oh, if you can...
And, what?
Oh, just, yeah, sorry.
And I get the last item. So we're actually almost out of items, so
Yeah.
we're doing pretty good.
We're getting close to, repairing this space-time continuum.
Right. This is the mind-reading helmet. It has to go to the Brown Mansion in 1955.
Oh, and Biff's there, ruining the day.
Yeah, well, doesn't he always?
All right, so I have an idea, I think, to help you out here. So I'm going to use the flux capacitor to go down to Blast from the Past in 2015. And I'm going to turn in the Sports Almanac to its proper place and time, getting us another Einstein token.
And going down to 3.
Yes. Then I'm going to use my flux capacitor to go to 1955.
Yeah.
Getting some space,
Whoa.
or some time traveling going on here. I'm going to use the fist to get Biff out of here. Do you have anything at Hill Valley High? No?
Brown
No.
Mansion and the Skyway.
Okay, so I'm at Brown Mansion. I'm going to use the wrench to
Woo.
complete this event.
Woo.
Oops, that goes over there. And get the last item that we need.
Look at that
I know, we only need to return all these items and we're going to save the day.
Woo!
Woo! Alright, so that's it for our action phase. Now we're going to advance the out of time tracker again.
That was a good.
That was a good round. We didn't use Mr. Fusion. That goes away. So 2015 has 2 locations covered, so it's going to go up by 2. We'll put out 2 paradox tokens there as well. And then pass the first player token. And go to the top of the round, drawing events. Alright, the first one is Lou's Cafe in 1955. Skateboard chase through the courthouse square. Oh boy, Hilldale.
Oh no.
The McFly family has another rehydrated pizza. It's getting real dip. I gotta go there and turn in that fax still.
Oh no!
And then Blast from the Past has
no.
Marty buying the
That's a
Sports
bummer.
Almanac. So that's all the events this round. Let's roll our dice.
Alright. Oh, come on. Oh, well, I'm glad that Mr. Fusion's in play this round because I got 2 sets of twins.
Alrighty, so I need to get to Hill Valley High in 1985. Okay, I can do this. To turn in this one, and then I need to get down to 2015 to go to Hilldale. We also have a bunch of events piling up everywhere too, but...
no.
Alright, so I'm going to actually use my 2 arrows that I rolled as a flux capacitor to come to 1985. And then I'm going to use an arrow. I know. I'm going to use an arrow to move. You don't move through each location, so we're not actually going through. Yeah, but I'm going straight to the Hill Valley High School, so we won't have to increase the out-of-time tracker there. That means I can turn in the guitar. Marty's guitar can get returned, which is going to reduce our out-of-time and give us another Einstein token. We get a lightning bolt. And let's see here. I have a fist, and I have a wrench. You need to go to 55 and 2015.
And I'm like 1 away from dropping both of my things off. If only you could ripple me a fist.
Where to?
The Skyway.
Oh boy, yeah, that's too far away from where I'm at.
Can you solve anything?
No, I don't think I can get to another year because all I have is a. Yeah,
well.
I could use a lightning bolt to re-roll these, but.
You could.
All right, let's.
Where else do you have to go?
All right, I'm using. Do you need the lightning bolt for anything? Maybe.
Nope.
Oh, there's a bunch of events down here that need lightning bolts. So I wasn't
gonna solve those per se.
Oh.
Should I?
Okay. Okay. Well, let's re-roll them then. I'm using the lightning bolt to re-roll. If you're not gonna solve,
just do it. Commit.
I'm not chicken. All right, it didn't help me at all. Well, it did help me. So I can use this to get over here, and I can let a fist ripple for you now.
Okay.
So
that doesn't really help you because you didn't get there. But
that's fine.
For me, good news.
Yes.
So I'm going to use my flux capacitor. I'm going to go up to 1955. I'm going to get rid of a fist, exchange that into a 1 move over to the Brown Mansion. There's no biff, there's no vent, yada yada.
Turn in the item. Nice.
Go down 1, get an Einstein.
Yes. Come on, Einstein. Fist. You didn't even need my help.
I didn't even need him. You could take it back at the end. Okay. And then I am going to use my other flux capacitor, shoot me back down here. I'm not going to solve that. I am instead going to either one, I guess. Right?
What's that? Oh, yeah. Use yours, I guess, to move. Oh, yeah. Okay, I see.
Okay, so I'm going to discard this fist to move over here. And then I'm going to utilize the very generous rippling die.
Yes.
You're such a sweetheart.
To get Biff out of there.
Biff out of there. Boom. I'm going to move him over to Cafe 80s. I am going to return the power laces.
Boom.
Go down 1 more.
Get another Einstein token.
I'm out, man.
Now you can do one more action still. See, 2015 has 3 locations, so that's what we're going to advance the out-of-time tracker for. Mm-hmm. It also has 2 paradox tokens, so that means it's going to go up by 5 this turn.
Oh, so you want me to play Einstein?
Maybe use the Doc Brown, yeah.
I'd like to use Einstein's treat up there.
There we go.
The Doc Brown.
Yeah.
And I'll remove the 2 paradox. Good looking out.
There we go. All right. And that's going to end the action phase then. So now we're going to advance the out-of-time tracker. It's still going to go up by 3 because 3 locations are covered by events. 1, 2, 3 in 2015. And then 3 more paradox tokens are going to go out.
So 15's getting heavy again.
Yeah.
You got to get to Hilldale, man.
I do. I might need help. I don't know. We're going to pass the first player marker.
Okay. Let's work together.
Roll our... Oh, no. Events. Yeah. Oh, my. I'm getting so excited to fix this. All right, the first one is Griff tries to recruit Marty at Cafe 80s. Oh, man.
15's getting worse.
What are you looking at? Add a paradox token to each of Biff's locations that does not already have a paradox token.
Up there?
Oh, with an event. With an event.
So just the one.
Just the one, yep. They have to have an event.
15's already dicey.
And they cannot have a paradox token already.
Right, well.
And last one is Doc readies the DeLorean for rail travel at the blacksmith shop in 1885. Now we get to roll our dice.
Now you get to roll. All right. What do you need from me?
What? I need you to fix the event.
No, don't you just need to get here and drop it?
Yeah, but there can't be events there.
I know, that's what I'm saying. What do you need? I can arrow over.
Okay.
Okay, I'm arrowed.
Okay.
And no matter what, I can flux capacitor and get out of your way.
Okay.
Do you want me to just leave you a Doc Brown and a wrench, and then all you need is a lightning?
Yeah, that would work fantastically.
All right then. And then I'm going to use my last die, the flux capacitor, and I'm gonna go hang out in the Old West up there.
All right, just visit for a while.
Why not? Maybe hit up that saloon.
There you go. Well, you're in the wrong spot, but close. You gotta watch out. I heard they don't serve milk there, or water, ice water. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna use the arrow to head over to Hill Valley High. I'm going to use my Doc Brown with the Einstein Doc Brown token to Mr. Fusion into a flux capacitor. Thank you, Einstein, again, saving the day. Emily graciously left me a Doc Brown and a wrench, but I need a lightning bolt. There's that. Gonna turn those in. Oh, those are yours, not mine.
Yeah, thank you.
The paradox token goes away. The events goes away. Biff's not there, so I can return the facts. And that means we have successfully repaired the space-time continuum and saved the day, the future, not just the day,
the future,
everything. So we did it. We successfully beat the game. Woohoo! We won. It was getting very bad though, as you can see. It was about to get. That was close. Yeah, a couple more turns delay, and we would have been in big trouble. But we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna transition over to some Q&A now. So I'm sure you've been asking questions this whole time, but we'll go ahead and just read some comments and stuff. See what people are saying. 2015 is almost as rough as 2020. Yeah, close.
It's getting there, that's for sure.
Yes, the future is what you make it, and you made it a good one. Yeah! Wonderfully done. Had you not returned it, 2015 would have destroyed the universe at the end of the round. It really would have. It would have gone up by 6, and if Hilldale was still there, it would have gone up by 7. We would have lost. Yeah.
Yeah,
Woo! Yes, thank you. Let's see here. Hillsdale is your density. It was. You're right. I needed to get there. No, you would have lost this round. Yeah, it was. Yeah, very close. Extremely close.
And this was easy.
Yeah, this was the easiest mode. Yeah. There are, again, there's another mode where you just put 3 items per year, then 4, and then what are you chicken is 5. So if you're looking for the real challenge, it's 5. Can we see the DeLoreans close up? Yeah, let me grab these right here. They are cool little miniatures. There's one in every color of the year. So we have the purplish pink one, or that's pink, right? I always get yelled at for my colors. So they are little cool plastic standees. We got the orange one there.
By you.
Yeah, this one's open here. Yeah. And we got
cool box. All the artwork's cool.
Yeah, so there's the main, and you have the Back to the Future owner's manual. It's not the instruction booklet. It's the owner's manual.
Smart.
And it explains everything really well. And you got the flux capacitor hanging on the back. Oh, here's the other one. So we got the yellowish brown and the blue there.
Boards.
This guy's hard to see because of the green screen, but
But yeah, same thing. All the boards are the same, just colors.
Love them. I know they are pretty awesome. And then again,
really cool.
Each player has 4 dice in their color as well. So like, you got our 4 dice there, and they look great. So you can't see it, but we applied spot gloss to the lightning on the package, so it's shiny. Oh really?
Yeah. I thought you could see it.
Yeah. You can't see that.
You can the Back to the Future parts.
Yeah, the Back to the Future. Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, you can see it a little.
Yeah, it's a really cool box.
You want to see the insert? Yes. So the insert is fabulous. So we'll take the plastic bags out.
Love a good insert. Yes. It's not flopping all around.
So as you can see, there's a spot for each DeLorean. Ba-bing. There are a spot for the dice to hang out, a spot for the cards to hang out, and then all your tokens. There are bags too for the tokens to go in, but you know. And then once you get those things put away, there's a spot for all the player boards, and then the board actually sits on top of that and holds everything in place really well. So kudos on the insert design. I know that can be difficult. It's much better than the tray that some people give you. Anything else people want to see? This looks really fun. We had a blast playing it.
We played this a lot.
Yes.
And it's always fun. With the die, you get so many options. Sometimes it doesn't work out how you think it's going to work out, which we witnessed with me a couple times, but... You
can always do something because of Mr. Fusion and...
Well, even without Mr. Fusion, you
Einstein.
can always just discard and move. You can set up. You can ripple.
Yep.
It's never dull.
Rippling is really beneficial too.
Right.
I do love good organization. Yeah, it really gets the blood flowing. But yeah, is there any other question? Excellent teamwork, rippling dice, and helping each other are the keys to winning. That's the key to winning almost any cooperative game, I think. So, that's right. And this one definitely, you have to work together, otherwise you will never save the day. We can show off some of the other items that are in the game that we didn't see this time. So we have Marty's skateboard, the treated logs, Clara's telescope. Let me see what else here. You know, a case of plutonium, no big deal.
All like
the radiation
cool,
suit to go with it.
kitschy things from the movie, like
Yeah.
super nostalgic.
The video camera. People aren't going to know what those are. There might be people that don't know what a video camera is now. A model time machine.
You can enjoy the game
it's not
even
to
if
scale.
you don't watch the movies. It's just a fun game. You might not know what any of these places are or
My
any
favorite.
of the cool facts, but it's just a fun game. The whole idea of returning.
The hoverboard. And then we got the clock tower flyer, Lorraine's dress, and then Doc's letter are the other ones that we didn't see. So tons of different items that you can see. Tons of different events as well that we didn't get to. Lots and lots of other stuff going on here.
Anything else?
Let me check. What size are the cards for sleeving?
Oh, they're pretty small.
They are smaller size. I don't know the exact specs or what sleeve size you would
It looks
need,
like
but maybe
about
someone,
a 2 by 1.5
maybe Ravensburger would be able
with a
to.
knuckle, but they're pretty small.
There are like size like actually like K's or M's or whatever. I'm sure Ravensburger might have that information.
yeah.
But,
That's above our pay
how many
scale.
spaces does the arrow allow you to move again? The arrow allows you to move your DeLorean as many to any other location in your year. So it's not really a spaces thing. So if you're at the Brown Mansion, you can go to Peabody Farm or you could go all the way over to Hill Valley High. It just allows you to move to any location in your year. Discarding a die only allows you to move one though. Please shoot us an email, customer. Okay, cool. Yep, and they'll get the exact size for them. Awesome, thank you. All right. What else we got here that we should? Oh, the biff. Oh my God, these are some of the coolest things. I love these biff.
He likes the Mad Dog Tannin.
The Mad
That's
Dog
his
Tannin is
favorite.
my favorite. Yeah. I don't know, the biff. The 1985 biff is pretty cool too. In his tracksuit, he's ready to
Walk around the mall?
wax Marty's car. Are the instructions in other languages besides English? I will leave that to Rams. Our copy only has English, but I'm not sure about other copies. There you go, Chris says. Not yet, but an Italian and Spanish version are coming later in 2020. Ooh, very cool.
Well, we're halfway done, so
What, 2020?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
thank
I don't know,
goodness.
we might get to the end and just space-time
Just
back.
start
There's going to be like a lightning storm and we're just going to go back to the beginning of 2020
Oh,
again.
no! I'll definitely be tracking down Doc then.
Yeah, we'll
I
have to
can't- I
find
can't
Doc
do this
Brown
again.
for sure if that happens.
Can you show the...
Can you show the letter on the back of the board, please? Yes, we sure can. Well, let's just flip. Let's make a mess here. Whoop!
Whoop!
So here is the letter Doc E. Brown Enterprises 24-hour scientific services. So,
Oh, you have
oh
a
wait, yeah, what the heck? I
Yeah,
got all the
they're
biff
Biff.
markers in the way. There we
yeah,
go.
well, there.
So it does have a board from Doc Emmett Brown, kind of explaining what happened and what you need to do. So it says, now activate the time circuits, make sure the flux capacitor is fluxing and accelerates 88 miles per hour. The future is in your hands. Your friend Doc Emmett L. Brown. So
No,
there's a lot more on there. I just read the last piece where he's telling you to get to work, save the day.
You gotta buy it to read. No, I'm just kidding.
Make like a tree, Biff. Yeah. Make like a tree and get out of here. Alrighty. I'm trying to think if there's anything else we can show off or if there's any other questions before we go. Show the out of time tracker. It is a license plate in case you didn't notice that. Get that kind of up close there. With California. License plate, by the way.
The details. The attention to details in this game are
Yep.
astronomical.
And make like a tree. Thanks, everyone. Yeah, okay, we're going to go ahead and wrap it then. I think we're all out of questions. Again, if you're here from Gen Con, don't forget to turn in your Gen Con ticket through your event details page. That's really helpful for letting Gen Con know that you were here and that you enjoyed seeing Ravensburger's events.
Yeah.
Until next time, though, we appreciate you watching. And remember, your future is whatever you make it. So make it a good one. Bye, everyone!
Bye.